Hey guys, I just saw Pacific Rim 2. Just came back from the movie theater, and I want to share my ideas and my thoughts about the movie. Uh, I want to say up front that I enjoyed the first one, surprisingly, because when I saw the trailer, I thought that's a cheap CGI movie without story and without characters. Even though the trailer looked good, big, huge mechas are beating each other's up and monsters coming and they're fighting, right? That's pretty cool. But you can see these things pretty easily in video games these days. So CGI rendering is not that rare anymore. So I wasn't really expecting much from the first movie, but surprisingly, when I was watching it, I really enjoyed it. I know the story is not difficult. The story is pretty simple, but for some reason, it was very entertaining, and it was good enough so I was able to forget that this is basically a dumb monster movie. So, in short, I was very much happy with the first one. It was surprisingly good. Um, the characters were Idris Elba. I think he's great, and all the characters were fine. The robots were amazing. The kaiju's were good, and even the story was all right. So it wasn't, I think you have a good movie when it can make you forget that it's actually a stupid movie. If the movie can achieve that, then it's a fairly decent movie. So I was very much excited about the second one. I had no idea where this will go because you remember. By the way, there's a spoiler alert here. Okay, I will tell you a lot of stuff and a lot of details about the movie. So if you haven't seen it yet, then don't listen to me. Or by the way, only if you want to, if you plan to watch it. So I was waiting for the second one. I knew that John Boyega is in there, and I think I saw John Boyega only in Star Trek so far. I'm not convinced about his acting skills, although he's a young fella, so he has time to grow, obviously. But anyway, I was because of the first movie, I was very, very keen to watch the second one. Uh, so the whole concept was right at the end of the first movie, they closed the door basically at the end of the ocean, which made where the kaiju's and the big monsters came through. So I had no idea where they would take this. And I mean, the first, I don't even know. I wasn't really watching the time exactly when it was, but the first half of the movie is completely boring. If you, I mean, there are mechas as well, big robots that beat each other's up, which looks good, but still is I don't think it's enough. And interestingly enough, uh, at some point in the movie, probably it was around like the 70% of the movies, somewhere around like after an hour, they came up with a fairly decent idea how they could make this movie. It was a pretty genuine idea how to make this movie fun to watch. Which was so basically the concept is that there are no more kaiju's on planet Earth, only mechas, and there's a huge corporation which is planning, I guess, the evil corporation, which is planning to design a new set of mechas where you don't need a driver in the mecha anymore because those are controlled by drones, controlled remotely, and the concept and eventually it turns out that the evil mechas are basically using kaiju brain that are grown on planet Earth, so not coming through the portal, but they are actually grown by the company itself and put into the mecha's brain. And so basically the new the corp the mecha. Oh my god, it's really so the big mechas are half robot, half kaiju. And you guys remember the scientist, which was played by Charlie Day. He because he had a mind melt or something like that with a kaiju. Now he's half alien, half human, and he's the evil scientist behind all this. I think that was a pretty good idea. That those mechas that were designed by the evil corporation are actually half kaiju and half a mecha. But when that happened, by the way, that was already 1 hour in the movie, so that was, at that point nothing really happened. They were like just the typical cliche stuff, John Boyega, chases down a thief who turns out to be a cute girl, etc., etc., etc. There were so many moments when I knew upfront what's going to happen. That's just disappointing, really. When you are 5 minutes before, you know exactly where the story will go. That's not really a good sign of a movie. So when we get to this point where actually the evil mechas, the evil corporations mechas, they turn into a self-conscious mixture of robots and kaijus, and they try to open the portal again on their own. And that's when it gets exciting. So this is pretty much like the 1 minute or 2 minutes in the movie when it's actually, I said, okay, this is a nice idea, but you should start the movie from here. Actually, just forget everything before that, because that was pretty crap. If you could start a movie from here and go from here somewhere, that actually, would be all right. And so the evil mixture robot monsters, they try to reopen the portal so the kaijus can come through again. That pretty much lasts for like 2 minutes, because Charlie Day, the evil scientist, is just shuts down their brain with a computer command or something, because he has a backdoor built in. That was so disappointing and ridiculous that, finally they put some excitement in the movie, where you don't know exactly what's going to happen, because if they reopen the portal and, the bigger and bigger and bigger kaijus are coming through, then, the Earth is really in trouble. But they just finish it like in two minutes. Like, okay, now we're in trouble. The portal is opening. Yeah, what are we going to do? Oh, I have a code. What I type in, then it will just blow up all the evil kaiju mecha's brain. That's it. So that guys, this reminded me of the Independence Day. I don't know if you remember the movie. That was also embarrassing. I mean, it was still fun to watch to some extent. The first one, I'm not even talking about the second one. That doesn't even deserve to talk about it. It was just unbelievable crap. But the first one was pretty alright, probably because of Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith. But they messed up the movie when they just, parked into the alien spaceship and they just uploaded the virus and hit enter and probably a space, okay? And that's it. So the alien were done, I mean, even though they are super advanced technology, they can come through universes and etc., etc., but they don't have like an Norton antivirus or something. So they're completely screwed if we just upload our very, very intelligent viruses. So that was a very, very bad move, a very cheap move. I know they have to finish the movie, so I understand. They were in a hurry to finish the movie, but this is just a horrible idea. It's cheap. You can tell that the writers did not think like more than 5 minutes on this. Like, okay, so we built up a nice story. There's a conflict, there's excitement. So what we're going to do? And they're like, okay, let's finish this in 1 minute. That's just a horrible idea. All right, so let's go back to Pacific Rim 2. That was pretty much the same. Like they spent 1 hour wandering around with kids and their problems. Like, okay, I'm a hero, you're a hero, now you're a hero, I want to be a hero, I don't want to be a hero, but I want to be a hero. So that was the first 1 hour. And then for 2 minutes, actually something happens. I'm sorry. Actually something happens when the kaijus, when the robot kaijus are reopening the port again. But then the Charlie Day is just like, okay, let's stop all those monsters. And they're like, blah, 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 blah. Hit enter, their brain blows up, and the port, all the robot evil mechas are stopping doing what they're doing. And the portal is closed again. Right, that's it. And where this goes from here, you might ask, because, they killed the only opportunity to make the movie fast and entertaining. From here, they go like the most mediocre, they can. It's like, okay, so now the portal is closed. Okay, we saved again. It was so exciting, right? Like, you guys had no idea that we're going to do that. So what now, right? Because we can't finish the movie yet, right? We still have 30 minutes to go. And what they say is, okay, but 3 kaijus came through. Wow. Okay, that's something. Okay, I didn't expect that. Like, wow. That's a real spin. Like, this was so unexpected. So three kaijus came through and they jump in the mechas and blah blah blah, and they beat the kaiju's asses, and that's it. That's it. So it's a huge disappointment, really huge disappointment. Like the 98% of the movie was completely boring, and probably that 2 minutes could have been something, but they decided, okay, we're not even taking that risk. Like it was enough. One small idea is enough in a movie. So anyway, so at the end, I'm not even talking about the final conclusion. You guys going to watch it when it just tried to climb. Oh my god! So the kaiju is trying to climb into a volcano, and because that would just, I guess, I don't know, just kill humanity because it will generate some super cloud. I don't know. That was really horrible. Anyway, so that's my review about Pacific Rim 2. I had high hopes for this movie because I really enjoyed the first one. The second one is below average. I mean, there are still robots fighting in there and some kaijus in there, but it's just no risk whatsoever. Everything is predictable. Everything is according to the most typical way possible. So there's no excitement there. If you like the first one, you will be disappointed most likely. Again, I spent money on it to go to the movie. I don't think that was a good move, but anyway. If they make a third movie, probably I'll still watch it, because I always hope that they can turn things around, but this is just way worse than the first one was. By the way, there is no Idris Elba in that one. John Boyega is in there. Charlie Day is still here, right? So Charlie Day is the evil scientist who's because with the mind melt, he's half this, half that, and he's just confused like who he is and what he's supposed to do. So he's taking actions, on behalf of the alien race. That's why he's doing this whole coordinated half mecha, half kaiju mess, whatever. Anyway, that's it, guys. If you guys saw the movie, if you disagree with me, just let me know. What do you think? If you really enjoyed it, I would be surprised, to be honest, but who knows? I don't know. I think that was a pretty crap movie. Okay, that's all for now, guys. Thank you for watching.